Hello, welcome to the Treasury.
In the run-up to the general election, I set out the crucial first steps in our economic plans to deliver economic stability so we can grow our economy and keep taxes, inflation and mortgages as low as possible. And that commitment stands. I emphasised this commitment in a meeting with the Governor of the Bank of England on Friday, and I will do the same when I meet the Chair of the Office for Budget Responsibility this week. These institutions are guarantors of our economic stability, and I will not be playing games at their expense. Nowhere is decisive reform needed more urgently than in the case of our planning system. Planning reform has become a byword for political timidity in the face of vested interests and a graveyard of economic ambition. Our antiquated planning system leaves too many important projects tied up for years and years in red tape before shovels even get in the ground. We promised to put planning reform at the centre of our political argument, and we did. We said we would grasp the nettle of planning reform, and we are doing so. Today, I can tell you that that work is underway. Over the weekend, I met with the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister to agree the urgent action needed to fix our planning system. Today, alongside the Deputy Prime Minister, I am taking immediate action to deliver this Labour government's mission to kickstart economic growth and to take the urgent steps necessary to build the infrastructure that we need, including 1.5 million homes in the next 5 years. First of all, it will still be in the first instance up to local communities and local authorities to decide where housing is built. But we will bring back those mandatory housing targets, so the answer cannot always be no. So it'll be up to local communities to decide where the housing is built, but it has to be built. If the answer is always no, we'll continue as we are. And continuing as we are means living standards continuing to decline, and it means public services continuing to deteriorate. I'm not willing to accept that status quo, and so we've got to get Britain building, and we've got to ensure that families can get on the housing ladder, because it links to the second part of your question, for how home ownership is going backwards. It's gone backwards in the last few years. Britain today has got lower home ownership than it should do. And the Labour Party and this Labour government want to be the party of home ownership. First of all, on HS2, I was really clear in opposition that we're not going to make any promises without saying where the money is going to come from. That's not going to change now that I'm Chancellor of the Exchequer. I'm not going to make any commitments without being able to say where the money is going to come from.